in construction and I fell off of a deck. I was on the deck measuring up to cut railings to size for the deck. It was 1 story up, 10 feet off the ground. I have no idea what happened. I woke up in the hospital. 8 hours later, I had fallen off a deck and landed on my head and suffered, I found out later, traumatic brain injury, as well as numerous fractures to my face and spine. So I ended up crashing, becoming totally exhausted and totally worn out, like just mental fatigue and emotional fatigue and everything. And it was it's been a long struggle since that time. It was almost 2 years after my accident that I found out about the Fraser Valley Brain Injury Association, and they've been an absolute lifeline for me. Without them, I am positive I would have struggled a lot more. I would be struggling with depression. I am sure of that because they've become a family to me. It's where people come to connect and talk about the issues, where they get encouragement and insight into what they're dealing with, and tips, you know, on what to do, where to go, different specialists that they might want to think about going to see to help them deal with their problems, with their issues. It's an educational as well as emotional support. It gives us purpose, gives us some meaning to our lives. Actually, I never knew I could take good pictures. I never knew I could paint a picture. Yes, I do photography. We do fundraisers where I donate pictures to go for auction to raise funds for the association. For all intents and purposes, I look fine. Like there's nothing wrong with me. And so there's a new term out there, I guess, the invisible disability. You have a head injury and you look fine on the outside, but your brain is still injured. You can't see it, but it's still injured, and there's scars, and you'll never be the same. For a lot of people, their family actually accuse them of being crazy, of faking it. They tell them, well, get over it already and get on with your life. And you can't do that. You're not the same person anymore. I can see people going into deep depression, considering suicide, and ending up on the streets. When they do surveys of people that are on the streets, about 75% of them have mental health and brain injury issues. I'd really, really like to thank from the bottom of my heart the people who give to United Way, so that there are funds to provide services like the Brain Injury Association that are a help for us, a place to connect, a place to call family, actually, really, and make our lives so much better.